So this video here is to address a recent incident that occurred, and pertaining to the individual said spoken, there is a noticeable thing that is commonly missed. When someone purchases machinery of different sorts, including gadgets and mechanical items, there may be multiple components to purchase, and when making it function a certain way, each specific part has a set amount of shelf life and endurance. So such products that are purchased, that are machinery, people have to know the ins and outs of it, so those who know and do their research can consider how much can this component and that component endure and be used for X amount of repetitions, cycles, pressure, endurance, as well as tension, heat, and multiple factors that contribute to its wear and tear, or that will either make it fail or let it still function. How to, for example, user manuals too, as well as user information, experts that can share too on how to maintain your product, the components to it of the different sorts, as well as how to not only keep it pristine as much as possible, polished and running smoothly, but also what can be done to improve it, enhance it, if need be, to know when to swap out certain components and so forth. That way, whatever product you have will last a good amount of time, whether it be X amount of years, X amount of repetitions, how much you put it underneath the maximum capacity, maximum function, as well as maximum rate, and everything to stress test it at high performance where needed too. So with that being said, those who know how to maintain and sustain and keep in good condition their products, their machinery that they put together, whether by hand or by request, can know how to sustain it, keep it working for so long, and how long too when putting it to the use. Then you have those where, as considered, there are people who are gonna misuse, abuse, intentionally stress the machinery to the extent to where they practically are punishing the components of it and indirectly or intentionally trying to damage or destroy it. And so when they do reckless things too and risky things for the machinery, then what happens is that eventually when they push the portfolio and try to make it function out of its capacity and beyond its limit, as well as outside of its smooth operating function, to where it has mishaps, errors and misfunctions and dysfunctions and so forth, It's their responsibility on part to take ownership of what they've done with the machinery to cause it to fail in certain areas, and for them to turn around and try to accuse the supplier and then turn around and try to put it on the manufacturer too is two wrongs that do not make it right. However, with the said individual here, CharlesDowell Jr., that is what they are well known to do. So those of you who are business people and do business with CharlesDowell Jr., you need to know that you do not want to do any business with that individual anymore. They are bad business. They are bad business among their members within his group, as well as those who have personal dealings with him. There are many testimonials, as well as people who can testify that they've done business with him. It has not gone well at all. So for those of you who are going to perhaps receive this video information, just know that you, the supplier in that video mentioned, as well as the manufacturer who sold them that piece of machinery, do not, I repeat, do not give them leeway. They will take advantage of your business and use it for quote-unquote freebies, for handouts. They have multi-millions of dollars. They could go buy themselves another product, another set of supply in bulk. They don't need to be ripping you off and messing up your products and then turn around and try to make you take it back so they can give you, so that they can make you, try to make you give them a free one so that they can turn around and abuse that too. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. Now, those who want to know the serious matter of this topic of the video, when is it going to happen? Well, that's the thing. The Father knows. And based on information I have listened to and heard of and from, and it came to the memory, to the recall of it, when it's time, it's time. When enough is enough, it's enough. Either way they try to get around it, to the left, to the right, above, beneath, through, and try to find some kind of way to get out of the position that they're in, they're still confined within the will of Yahweh Elohim. So, either way they try it, they're going to be held accountable for the many things they have done, not only to the people who are in the faith and was of the faith, but also to those, the strangers, and everyone else they have had dealings with, directly and indirectly. It's not unlikely what they've been doing all these years, so when it happens, don't be grieved when it comes to fruition, because it should not be within our personal wills, but within the will of the Father, that His will be done, and not our will. So those of you who are trying to wrestle against His will, stand down In the name of Jesus.